Greetings from ABC Acres. I'm Grant Shadden, here in our workshop, sitting on our rocket mass heater bench to show you a Christmas present that Tim got me. And it is a mushroom kit from Fungi Perfecti. This is a pearl oyster mushroom kit. And I think Tim got it for me because he's not only generous, but he's also a fun guy. Get it? Right? That's pretty bad. So anyway, I was really excited to get this kit. I love mushrooms. I've been wanting to get into growing them a little bit more. Oyster mushrooms are probably the best first attempt for any aspiring mushroom growers. They're among the easiest to grow. And the pearl oyster mushroom has a growing temperature range of 55 to 75 degrees. So this is actually an indoor mushroom kit. Obviously for us in Montana in the wintertime, that's the only way to grow them. So it comes with this, obviously the bag with the mushroom spawn, the inoculated, I think this is an organic wheat straw that they put it in. And it's just about ready to go. I've only had this for just under a week. And as you can see, I'll pull this humidity tent off here. We've already got mushrooms growing. And this is a good place to show just some of the different stages of growth of these mushrooms. So we've got our mushrooms that are growing right now. We've obviously got another substantial cluster here. And then we've got some that are just starting to poke out. And then if we look closer, we've got what they call the primordia. Some of these just little bumps that are just emerging. That's kind of the pre-mushroom phase on these. And these kits, at least from Fungi Perfecti, the bags are already pre-cut. There's holes in them for the mushrooms to emerge out of. They do say if you see some that are not coming through, to use a clean, sterile knife and just make a small 1-inch X incision to let them out. But you can see there's water droplets in the humidity tent. That is a good indicator of proper humidity levels. Also having some droplets of water inside the bag. So you want good moisture, but not oversaturated. You also want to have a nice, just shallow tray, or I just used a dinner plate. Much to my wife's chagrin, I'll probably switch this out here. She's a patient woman, so I'm not going to take advantage of that for too long, but I'll get this on something that doesn't lessen her number of place settings around the dinner table. These oyster mushrooms are a fantastic addition to your diet. They are about 20% protein and have all different types of amino acid complexes, really good spectrum of vitamin and minerals. So they're a great addition, especially here in the wintertime where we don't have the as much of a diversity of diet from our produce. We certainly have what we've preserved, but for fresh food, to be able to just take something like this and twist it off at the base, cook it up, it's a fun way to keep eating fresh throughout the winter months. And one of the great things about a kit like this, or just mushrooms in general, if you've been growing them on a good clean media like this, is once these mushrooms have had their first flush of fruiting, and we should get a second flush of fruiting as well, we'll be able to take this spent growing media of the straw. It'll still have all the spawn in it, and we'll be able to break this up, and we could actually inoculate, whether it's logs, usually non-aromatic woods. For us around here, cottonwood, red alder that we have in the floodplain available. You could use oak, maple, elm. You know, we have some good Siberian elm around here. So those are some of our options. And you can inoculate the logs. You can also sterilize your own straw, usually by soaking it, submerging it to kill off any pathogens or fungal spores that might compete with whatever you are trying to inoculate your medium with. But we'll be able to actually just use this like seed. The spores, the spawn, are like the seed of the mushroom. So eventually, if you wanted to start your own production mushroom operation, it could start from just one small kit like this. And as you just keep multiplying it out and adding the spawn to new media and letting it spread throughout. And there's great books. Paul Stamets, who actually owns Fungi Perfecti, has a couple of books that would be very useful for that as well. But you could grow loads and loads of mushrooms in the shade of fruit trees or long-term timber trees or behind trellises of veggies that you have growing. You could have them throughout the garden, and they would be improving the conditions of the soil, helping build resiliency for the plants and the trees and shrubs that you're growing, while you're also getting culinary mushrooms, even medicinal mushrooms if you want to get into that. And we certainly are planning on it here. We're excited about it, and I just wanted to share this with you. I'm pretty excited about my present, and yeah, I'm looking forward to, it looks like here in another few days I'll be able to taste my first homegrown pearl oyster mushrooms. So if you have any questions, you can please put them in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.